This effectively means is that every social media platform, mass social media platform in the United States has been taken over by the right wing.
This is therapy for her. This is a catharsis. I'm going to lay on my couch, drink my bottle of wine, and I'm going to
Renegade Online.
All right, I'm ready for the proverbial 18-year-old representative. What's she got this time?
This is the eve of authoritarian 21st century fascism. And we've got two clips here, about a minute each, from our friend Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You guys seem to like me reacting to these videos from her, so we're going to keep doing them.
Well,
She's supposed to be hiding somewhere in a parking lot with a camera pretending it's a border wall. Isn't that the norm? I can't keep up with the script for her. Go ahead.
She's probably going to be doing the spa day with Sunny Hostin from The View tomorrow instead of being at the inauguration. Because Sunny Hostin, for those of you who don't know, said she's taking a spa day Monday instead of...
Well, yeah. We are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like.
We're like, you're 13 seconds in, and we've already got to throw out every one of the ridiculous, little meme stereotype bullcrap things that they've got to say. Fascism, loss of democracy, authoritarianism.
Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary. And so you can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary to get a taste of how they will try to govern and control media and companies in the United States. And this is kind of an entree to that. As far as what we do, this is a time of experimentation. A lot of people will still use platforms, can still use platforms. But I also look towards places where you have more ownership as well and develop your audiences there. Like Blue Sky, you own your audiences at protocol, decentralized protocol, newsletters, email.
Yeah, okay. So you own your audience. I guess, okay, so now AOC is for slavery. I don't know my audience. I'm just glad you guys are here. So
She's really worried. I always put on a hoodie and lay down on a couch when I'm very nervous about the future.
Yeah, so I mean, everything, well, this is it. All of our rights are gone tomorrow. Everything is over. America's dead. Democracy dies with thunderous applause.
Look,
whatever.
This is for her base. She needs to be reelected. She's not. There's no presumption here that she's convincing anyone of anything who doesn't already believe this.
Exactly. And that's what that's what I love about it, is that this is therapy for her. This is a catharsis. I'm going to lay on my couch, drink my bottle of wine, and I'm going to bitch and moan about Donald Trump. And this was another part of this.
Lie on her couch. Please, this is a family program.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, I want you all to put all the pieces together, because what this effectively means is that every social media platform, mass social media platform in the
She's pointing to the TikTok thing here where they were thanking Trump.
Now, I want you all to put all the pieces together, because what this...
Okay. Thanks for your patience and support as a result of President Trump's efforts. And we talked about this at the top of the show. We don't need to go through this again, but just because it was quick, I just wanted to make sure everybody sees what she's pointing to here. This is what has really set her off. Like, everything now is going to be controlled by the right.
This effectively means is that every social media platform, mass social media platform in the United States has been taken over by the right wing.
So what does that mean? Is she admitting that the left wing has been running them all the last 10 years?
No, they were free and independent. Didn't you know?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The fact checking. The fact that really pissed him off when Zuckerberg was like, no more fact.
And the government Ministry of Misinformation.
Yeah, exactly.
And climate change was going to kill us tomorrow. I'm actually, she's in a more sane position than I had expected. This is good. This is good.
This might have been a couple of glasses of wine, and I have no idea.
With the exception of Blue Sky, but Blue Sky is still very small.
Okay, Blue Sky, that won't be controlled by the right, but Blue Sky is still very small. And you own your audience over there, whatever that means. I appreciate
her telling us that it's very small, Blue Sky. I mean, that's a level of honesty most of the left would never tell us. Good job.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Relatively. So when I say put the pieces together, Elon Musk took over Twitter.
No, I think he bought
And
it.
Hey,
Pretty sure he bought it for a large amount of cash. And the people who sold it to him did so voluntarily and with gigantic smiles on their faces because he made them very wealthy, very wealthy.
yeah.
In return for the sale of stock in a company that was losing money by the millions a month.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't take it over. He bought it at a yard sale, and he paid triple its value.
Yes, and that's the key that most people seem to forget. That's how passionate Elon was. He knew going in that the activity on there, the revenue on there is very overstated. We've talked in the past for people that might be new that don't remember this. There was a time not that many years ago that Disney was looking at purchasing Twitter. Bob Iger walked away from it because even Iger, who loved it because it was a very left-wing platform, walked away from it because he said there's no way it's worth as much money as they want for it because they could tell that a lot of the activity on there was enhanced.
Right.
By the way, now it's the number
Much
one
like
news
Disney's activity is on Twitter today, is enhanced by paid marketing and bots and stuff like this. I mean, they know what they're doing.
It's now the number one news app in the world. He came in and he did it again. He did it again.
They hate it.
took over Twitter. And there's open reporting. It's pretty obvious as well that they have manipulated the algorithms.
It's open reporting. Just want to yeah, okay. As opposed to we tell the media what to say. What are you saying here,
They've
Alexandra?
artificially manipulated the algorithms to
Wait, now X is artificially manipulating the algorithm. They didn't do that when Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg were testifying before Congress that that's exactly what they were doing at the behest of the alphabet agencies. No. Now Elon Musk is artificially manipulating the algorithms to
boost right-wing content on X and to amplify harassment.
Again, it wasn't a problem when Facebook was being manipulated to suppress completely right-wing content during 2020.
I will say this much. I would like to see the algorithm tweaked in a way that people who are both with and without monetization benefiting from merely repeating vicious bigotry would not be boosted. Right now, that the algorithm does reward that.
Right, because anything sensational tends to be boosted up. And how do you get sensational? Well, that's
And also because there is some subversive agency or agencies, and I don't know, and we don't know who they are and what country they're coming from, but there are people who are seeking to use the anonymity of X as a way to foment not only in general societal divisiveness, but particularly anti-Semitism, because they want to see prejudice against Jews increase because they want a certain kind of policy to take place. And they are having a certain kind of success at it. So to some extent, she's right about that. The problem is, in the context that she's saying it, it's just completely, it's really
right.
dishonest.
X is not manipulating the algorithm deliberately to promote that. Where she's coming from, and this is for the audience, she's coming from the standpoint of the left had so much control over these things since they started, by and large, and they greatly enhanced that control in 2020 using the guise of a global crisis, right, that just so happened to be during a presidential election here in the United States. They used that to then manipulate. And who were the people that were suppressed? Well, it wasn't leftists. It wasn't the people out there on their hands and knees hanging on the every word of people like Fauci. They were people that just dared to stand up and go, I don't know about that. That don't sound right. No. You were shut down. You were labeled with misinformation. Think of all the channels on YouTube that were demonetized, that were just completely cracked. It happened on Twitter at the time before it was X. It happened on Facebook, Instagram. It happened every damn where possible. Everything was like that. And to her, the right now controlling social media really what it is that it's just open. The right actually has the ability to express opinions that previously were frowned on by social media companies.
Well, frowned on is a little bit of an understatement. They were prohibited. You could not say them.
Yeah.
She also doesn't believe any of this. I don't think for a moment. What she's actually doing is she's attempting to create a message that goes out to her most ardent followers, her base, and she's attempting to create the feeling that they're part of a digital freedom fighting rebellion, and they need to go create these refuges online to be able to survive the oncoming authoritarian dictatorship that will destroy everything. But they, in their little digital enclaves, will manage to fight forth to bring back democracy. It's a role-playing narrative where they're fighting against, again, Demigorgon Hitler. And why is she doing that? Since she doesn't believe it? To raise money.
Yeah, it's raising. That's it. You got to terrorize the people that you're supporting. And of course, let's not forget that she's probably, like many of these politicians, getting funds from a lot of other places besides just her own district in New York.
Then you have Meta. So you have Mark
Facebook, Zuckerberg, right? Now we've got Meta.
Zuckerberg, and I know we're on Instagram right now. Hi. Saying that they're basically also bending the knee to Trump with their changes to fact checking.
Like, listen to this. Listen to what she just equated. Zuckerberg came out in congressional testimony, and then his own most recent video that we covered. There's the clip from that show. His video on my channel. Zuckerberg has come out and restated everything. This is what we're getting rid of. This is what we're changing at Meta, effective now, because Trump got elected. We're taking out all this stuff that the deep state or the bureaucracy or with alphabet soup basically made us do in the past.
All right, but the response from the left to that is he's making that up. That never happened. He's saying it in order to curry favor with the new Nazi regime. But if that never happened, the only thing that everyone ever asked him to do was to prevent disinformation.
Right. That's it. It's the same thing like we talked about before. When you say that we need the laws against hate speech, well, who regulates what hate speech is? When you say we need people to stop spreading, or we need social media companies to help stop the spread of misinformation or disinformation, well, who adjudicates what that is? Oh, well, the government does. Oh, great idea.
What could go wrong?
Well, nothing. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help.
Regardless on how effective that was in the first place, it's an open signal. And now TikTok is now saying, hey, we are agreeing, we will use our push notification system for all 170 million American users to promote Donald Trump.
Yeah, of course. That's what TikTok is famous for. It's just a big Donald Trump fest.
Yeah. Now, look, if it had been thanks Joe Biden for pushing back, this wouldn't have been a problem. But now TikTok is using it to promote Donald Trump to all their followers. I'm like, yeah, they're really not happy right now. And
that should make us happy, and that should be enough for us to go to sleep peacefully tonight.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.